Hello, my name is Kindson Munonye, and thanks for joining me as we start our discussion on Acquire Project Theme. Acquire Project Theme is the second process on the Project Human Resource Management knowledge area. Previously on this knowledge area, I discussed Plan Human Resource Management, which establishes the procedures to follow in managing human resource of the project. And today, we are going to look at an execution process, Acquire Project Theme. According to the Pinball Guide 5th edition, Acquire Project Theme is the process of confirming human resource availability and obtaining the team necessary to complete project activities. The key benefit of this process consists of outlining and guiding the team selection and responsibility assignment to obtain a successful team. The project management team may or may not have direct control over team member selection because of collective bargaining agreement. They may also use subcontractor. It may also be a matrix project environment, and so on and so forth. So it's important that the following factors are considered during the process of acquiring the project team. One of them is that the project manager or the project management team should effectively negotiate and influence others who are in position to provide the required human resource management team. So this may mean that the project manager may have to negotiate with the functional managers in certain departments for team members. Also, failure to acquire the necessary human resource for the project may affect the project schedule, budget, and customer satisfaction, as well as quality and the risk. Besides, inadequate human resources or capabilities might reduce the probability of success, and in a worst-case scenario could result in project cancellation. Again, if the human resources are not available due to constraints such as economic factors or previous assignment to other projects, the project manager or the project team may be required to assign alternative resources, perhaps with lower competencies, provided there is no violation of legal, regulatory, mandatory, or other specific criteria. Let's now look at the inputs to acquire project theme. The inputs are 1. Human resource management plan, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. The 5 different tools and techniques used in acquire project theme is 1. Pre-assignment, negotiation, acquisition, visual theme, and multi-criteria decision analysis. The output is project staff assignments, resource calendars, and project management plan update. So now you can see that the output of acquire project team is a resource calendar. Let's look at some of these things to see exactly how they apply to this process. Why do we need the human resource management plan as an input? The human resource management plan provides guidance on how project human resources should be identified, staffed, managed, and eventually released. The human resource management plan includes roles and responsibilities defining the positions, skills, and competencies that the project requires. The project organizational charts indicating the number of people needed for the project. The staffing management plan also is contained in the human resource management plan, and it have to do with the time period each project team member will be needed and other information important to engage the project team. Some enterprise environmental factors that might influence acquire project team include existing information on human resource availability, personnel administration policies such as those affecting outsourcing, organizational structures, like matrix organization, balance matrix, project ties, etc., as well as co-location of multiple locations. And then we have organizational process assets that might affect acquire project team. For instance, organizational standard policies, processes, and procedures. Let's now take a look at some of these tools and techniques used in Acquire Project Team. One of them is pre-assignment, negotiation, acquisition, visual theme, and multi-criteria decision analysis. Let's look at some of them. The first one is pre-assignment. That is when project team members are selected in advance, they are considered pre-assigned. And this situation can occur if the project is as a result of specific people being identified as parts of a competitive proposal, if the project is dependent on the expertise of particular persons, or if some staff assignments are defined within the project charter. This might lead to pre-assignments being assigned even before the Acquire Human Resource Management Team process. Another tool and technique is negotiation. We mentioned that the project manager might even have to talk to functional managers to request for team members. So staff assignments are negotiated on many projects. For example, the project management team may need to negotiate with functional managers to ensure that the project receives appropriate, competent staff and in required time frame, and the project team members will be able, willing and authorized to work in the project until their responsibilities are completed. The project management team might also need to negotiate with other project management teams within the performing organization to appropriately assign scarce or specialized human resources. Then we also have external negotiations, that is with vendors, suppliers or contractors for appropriate, qualified, certified human resources. Special consideration should be given to external negotiation policies, practices, processes and guidelines and things like that. Another tool and techniques used in Acquire Project Team is visual themes. Visual themes can be defined as a group of people with a shared goal who fulfill their roles with little or no time spent meeting face to face. The availability of communication technology such as email, audio conferencing, social media, web-based meetings and video conferencing has made visual themes feasible. Some disadvantages of visual theme might be possibility of misunderstanding, feeling of isolation, difficulties in sharing knowledge and experience between team members, and cost of the appropriate technology. Another tool and techniques used in Acquire Project Theme is multi-criteria decision analysis. What is this all about? Selection criteria are often used as a part of acquiring the project team. By use of a multi-criteria decision analysis tool, criteria are developed and used to rate or score potential team members. The criteria are weighted according to the relative importance of the needs within the team. Some examples of selection criteria are ability, cost, availability, knowledge, skills, and attitude. Alright, let's now look at the outputs of the Acquire Project Theme. One of them is project staff assignments. The project is staffed when appropriate people have been assigned to the team. The documentation of these assignments can include a project team directory, memos to team members, and names inserted into other parts of the project management plan, such as project organization charts and schedules. Another output of Acquire Project Team is resource calendars. Resource calendars document the time period that each project team member is available to work on the project. Creating a reliable schedule depends on having a good understanding of each person's availability and schedule constraints, including time zones, work hours, vacation time, local holidays, and commitment to other projects. And finally, we have project management plan updates as output of Acquire Project Theme. Elements of the project management plan that may be updated include, but are not limited to, the Human Resource Management Plan, When gaps occur, the project management plan needs to be updated to change the team structure or maybe change the roles or the responsibilities. So this is where we come to the end of this discussion of Acquire Project Theme. As usual, I would like to go back to the ITTOS so that you spend a little time to get your head around this. Take note of the tools and techniques, pre-assignments, negotiation, acquisition, visual themes, multi-criteria decision analysis. Remember, the resource calendar that is used in most of the processes in the knowledge areas comes from the Acquire Project Theme process. I'd like to thank you for joining me in this presentation. I hope this has been informative, and I want you to join me as I start my next discussion on the next project in the Project Human Resource Management knowledge area, and that is Develop Project Team.